Hey, Gloria. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Candace. Hey, T. How are you feeling? Hi, Sherry D. Hi, Creative Graham Graham. I have a whole pile of junk here. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Venus. Oh, good, good. Hold on. I need to get a drink. Before I forget, T, I got your package. I left it upstairs, so I will show that on my next haul. Everybody must be bored. Hi, Cynthia. Hey, Jim. Yeah, we haven't had that much. I'm not going to say we haven't had that much snow. I don't think it's done snowing here, but it's been very light and fluffy snow, very powdery, so it's been pretty easy. And my neighbors have been out there, like, doing the sidewalks and everything, so I did go out and shovel, but it wasn't that bad. I'm very thankful for my neighbors. Hi, Eloise. Hey, Jen Nelson. Hey, Deb, I haven't seen you in forever. Jennifer says it just stopped snowing where she's at. All right, so I'm going to just jump right into this, you guys. I'm sorry I have not been on this week. Besides having snow, I've been working a lot. I'm going to be working more. Cars are being delivered, which is great, you know, trying to keep the economy going. So that unfortunately means that I'm on the road a lot and I'm doing a lot of work with my actual real job. Plus my mom is back. She's doing well. So, you know, we're just taking it day by day for now. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. And then we had Leah's birthday and my birthday. And now we have snow. So it's just been very kind of life busy, I should say. But I did get some things in the mail I wanted to share with you guys and just talk about a couple of these things. And then if you guys want a hot foiling video, I wrote down some things that I think would be helpful. And I do have my Glimmer over here off to the side warming up as I'm talking. Okay, so first thing is, hey Tracy, is, hey Geraldine, hey Vanessa from Belgium, nice, is, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you were not aware, and I got a couple of things here, so I just wanted to show them to you. I don't have a video yet. This designer series paper is called, let me move you guys up so you can see a little better. Look at this mess all over my desk. This is called Flowering Fields. This is 12 by 12 designer series paper. And again, Stampin' Up! Tells you here the list of their Stampin' Up! Colors which coordinate. And I don't know, I'm a paper hoarder. Like I like pretty paper. I don't know, I just like it. So it's kind of watercolory looking, looks like clouds on that one. And I've already flipped over the back side so you can see the back side. So the back side of this is these tulips. Then we have this kind of watercolor grid, and then we have more tulips. I didn't get the stamp set for this. I just thought the paper was really pretty when I'm making, you know, cards for Nana and stuff like that. Hi, Regina. So this one has pink clouds on this side, and then it has polka dots on the back side. But I always like to show you guys because sometimes it's hard to see in the catalog. This one is kind of an orange ombre watercolor with this little pattern folky flower print on there. Okay. More tulips. And then on the, oh, did I miss one? Nope. Okay, that's right. And then we have, so obviously a very spring kind of set. And then we have more rows and rows of tulips and this watercolory tealish greenish paper on the back of that. So that is called Flowering Fields from Stampin' Up! T, you may want to look away for the next one. Hi, Sheila. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, so this next one, I actually have 2 packs of these because I liked it so much. This next one is called Symbols of Fortune. And Symbols of Fortune has some gold foiling in it. T, look away. Look away, T. And then it has this pink, I don't know, just kind of like this wispy looking design on there. And then it has these golden cranes. So yes, it has a very Asian theme to it. And then on the back side, it has this printed, almost looks like wallpaper. Okay. And then this one is like a gold marbled effect, slider effect. And then the back side is this beautiful large coral flower. Then we have some gold ginkgo leaves. Yeah, it does look like wallpaper, Jim. I agree. And then we have this beautiful crane scene on the back. Very Asian. And then here's more of that gray stippled paper with some gold veining, like a tree on it. And then more crane with clouds. These would look great with the crane stamp from Local King Rubber Stamps, if you have that. And then we have some more kind of florals and bamboo. So I did get 2 packs of these because it's too pretty. So it's called Symbols of Fortune. And it already has all of that gold veining in there. And then, of course, I had to get the matching stamps and dies. So let me show those to you. And the stamps are called Crane of Fortune. Wishing a lifetime of happiness and a world full of love. There's your crane. And it has this very kind of Asian brush paint, Asian watercolor brush painting. Much luck and good fortune. Sending 1,000 well wishes on your special day. And then you have some little, these could be dragonflies. They could be little wisps of florals, whatever you want them to be. And it is a red rubber cling stamp. And as I mentioned before, I always put my cling stickers in the back. And then whenever I get the dies, I put the dies in with my stamps so I don't lose them. So these are called Good Fortune dies. And you can see they will cut out the crane. They'll cut out the floral image. But then they have those ginkgo leaves and then some additionals there. So they'll go with the stamp set, but also some extras there. So that matches the paper. And it's... oh, I got one more paper here to show you, and then I have Celebration. This is called New Horizons 6x6 paper. And you guys know we're obsessed with that watercolor look paper. It's just great for backgrounds. Well, this one kind of has a, what's going on? I missed it. What'd Sally say? Oh, she got a new wheelchair. Yay, Sally. Yes, get back to your cards. T says they're chrysanthemums. So these have a watercolor look, but it's like a landscape look, right? So these are double-sided as well. And you get like 4 of each sheet. But I think these will be fun if you have any Blue Night rubber stamps, those solid stamps of scenery. Just if you're into grungy, masculine, watercoloring, your journaling, things like that, where you don't have to get messy. You don't have to get the watercolors out. You don't have to get the alcohol inks out. They've already done all of that for you. All you need to do is pull this paper out and create with it. I mean, this could be misty mountains with lakes. I mean, you think about what you want to do with this paper. There's a lot of different things. You can leave it the way it is and just slap a sentiment on it. This one's pretty. Almost to me looks like if I were on a lake, like this is the reflection on the lake. But again, you do what you want with it. The back sides are very pretty. So they look textured, but these are smooth papers. Look at that. It looks like a mountain. Look, looks like a mountain lake. I'd like to go fishing right now. Oh yeah, it's like 9 degrees outside. T says I don't slap sentiments. I don't know, T. I watched your blindfold video. It was so entertaining. If you guys have not seen that, go watch T's video. He made 4 or 5 cards with the blindfold on. It was great. And Mike did a great job moderating too. To watch all these videos after the fact because I have not been done with work. Even when I come home from work, I feed the kids dinner and then I got to sit at the desk and do reports till 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and then I just go to bed. This one's very pretty. Almost kind of reminds me of like Alaska or something. Oh, that side's just as pretty. I like that. Troll alert! I'm honored, but you can't be here. Goodbye. All right, here we go. So just some really pretty, and these are 6 by 6, so you get a lot of these. That one almost looks like a galaxy. And there's just some fun watercolor backgrounds. Again, that one's called New Horizons 6 by 6 paper. So you get quite a bit with that. And again, it tells you what colors they used. If you wanted to use the coordinating Stampin' Up! Inks, they're all here in English. English, French, and Spanish, I believe. Here we go. Okay. And because it's Celebration, Celebration allows you, if you spend $50 to get an item, you get a free item. And if you spend $100, there are other items that are worth $100. If you spend $100, you can get 2 items, 2 of the $50 items or 1 of the $100 items. I was just shy of $100. So I got 1 item. And what I got were the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. So this is free with a $50 purchase. And I'll show you guys this real quick. Hey, Barb. And this is also double-sided, but I thought this would be great for Leah and be great for just doing fun birthday cards. You know, rainbows are always in fashion. Look at these fun rainbow stripes. And then on the back side, it's just this cool kind of design. And again, you get 4 of each page, some fun colored polka dots, and then stripes on the back. So just a very universal kind of paper pack to use if you're throwing together a quick card. Oops. This one has squiggles on the back. This just looks like a party. Little crosses or stars. More rainbows. Green stripes. Fun clouds. More little rainbows, pink rainbows. Some stripes. So you get the idea. There was little hearts on that one. So just very fun, whimsical pattern paper that you can very easily use to make some fun cards. So that was my free gift for Celebration. So if you're interested in any of these items and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please contact me at nancystamps15. Don't forget the 15 at gmail.com, and I will help you with these things. I also have a couple of my demonstrators under me on here. Sherry D is on here, and Barbara Drake's on here, and they are demonstrators under me, so we can help build them up as well. All right. So that's my Stampin' Up! Goodies. And then, I think I showed this before. I forget who, but I will go look it up. One of you guys sent me these 2 Gina Marie design dies. And yes, we will be contacting Gina Marie to see if she'd be interested in sponsoring a Stamp Wars. But I made a card, and I wanted to show that to you guys. Where'd the card go? Here it is. So here, I cut it out of holographic paper and glued the frame down. Oh, Jennifer did. Thank you, Jennifer. And then I cut it out of this teal foil card, and it took me forever, Jennifer, but it's so beautiful. And then this is just a greetings from Catherine Pooler. So I wanted to show you guys that, and that is this die here, and it is called, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of this quilted square look. So I wanted to show that to you guys. And then Jennifer also sent me this cool fishing fun. So I wanted to show you how beautiful that is. And yes, I will definitely be looking into them. I know that Tracy has quite a few of her dies, and it cut like butter. It was beautiful. It cut wonderfully, and not only did it cut, it has these beautiful stitched, so it looks beautiful by itself, almost like stained glass. And then you'll have this. What is the new contract I'll have to sign, Maddie? Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I don't read any of that stuff. I just buy what I need to get for discount, and that's where I go with it. So I'll have to look into it. Okay, I also did purchase some of the new Pink Fresh Studios hot foil plates. So I wanted to show them to you. And I believe you guys can get these off of scrapbook.com. This is hot foil plate Geo Blocks. And here you can see it's so cool. And I did get the matching stencils, and I keep the stencils with my plates. So this is really cool. And no matter what direction you put it in, I did ink it up with 3 different color Catherine Pooler inks. So no matter what direction you move it in, it's so cool. I know, Cynthia. Did you see me trying to get people to watch my videos? But I had fun with that. And then this is the reverse. I had a little bit of underfoiling in the middle there, but it's still very cool looking. Oh, there's way too much glare in here. You can see that. So I'll leave these out. We'll play with these. And I think this is my first like real cover plate, you guys. So this is called Sparkling Diamonds. I don't know where my sample is for that, but I did. It'll show up under this desk mask here somewhere. But I got that from Pink Fresh too, so I'm gonna leave that out. Miss Chow sent me some stuff for my birthday. She sent me some bling bling. So pretty. Oh my gosh. So we'll be putting those away. And, okay, I'm going to show you guys all the birthday stuff here in a second. I also got, just trying to clean up my mess here. Move some things here, making room. Okay. I got some things from Catherine Pooler. Let me make sure that I can show you all this before I open it. This is stuff I ordered, so we should be okay. Okay. So if you are not aware, I am on the design team for Catherine Pooler. So if you're interested in any Catherine Pooler products, you can either use my scrapbook.com link or you can use my Catherine Pooler link, and I genuinely appreciate that. But they came out with new colors, refreshed colors. So I wanted to show you guys, if you're new to Catherine Pooler inks and you're not sure if it's something you want to try out, these are the new refreshed colors. And I have my swatch sheet here. So these were the old colors, meant to be It's a Boy and Sweet 16. They have retired, and these are the new colors, Minted, Oh Boy, and 16 Candles. And I think they're perfect for spring, for lighter pastels, for baby cards, things like that. And I did get the new full-size ones, Minted, Sweet 16, and Oh Boy. But I wanted to show you guys all of the things I showed you in my video that you can do with Catherine Pooler inks. Hi, Jonna. You can do with her full size and her mini. So here is the Oh Boy. You can see it's a nice spongy pad. And so I did buy a set of minis, and I'm going to give these away to someone. But I wanted to just demonstrate them, and I hope you don't mind as the winner if I open these. I'm not going to use them, but I just want to show you guys, if you're new to stamping or you want to try new inks, but you don't want to invest in full size, Catherine Pooler has these minis, and you can just buy the new colors in minis. So you don't have to buy a whole set of these big ones. If you just want to replace with the minis, and they're very tightly sealed. I can't get it open. Okay, and they're the same spongy pad. So it's the same formula of ink. It's just a smaller ink pad. It's very easy to hold. You have that same spongy pad, and you can get re-inkers. And I did start off with all of these, you know, as minis, and then I fell in love with the inks very quickly. Honestly, you guys, I probably, Crystal said, don't open my presents. I probably, if I had just started out in stamping and known about these inks 10 years ago, I don't think I really would have invested in all of the other inks I have. In fact, I've given away most of my distress inks. I do not use my distress inks or distress oxide hardly ever. I don't think I've touched my Stampin' Up inks unless I'm doing a Stampin' Up demo. So Catherine Pooler inks do everything that those inks do. And I love the spongy ink pads. It does take a minute to get used to them because they are so spongy. They just put a lot of ink down. So if you're a felt pad user, yes, these are bigger than the mini ink pads. So here, I'll show you. So here's a mini ink pad from Altenew, Hero Arts, Distress. They all use the same size. So I'll show you size comparison here. God, this one's really tight. Okay, I got it. It's brand new. So here you can see the size difference. You get a little bit more ink on the Catherine Pooler minis. So the width is the same, but the length is a little bit longer. So they are a little bit bigger than those little tiny guys. And a lot of you guys have budget constraints. I understand that. A lot of you guys have storage constraints. I understand that. So these are not temporary throwaway inks. You can continue to use these, and I do recommend with these spongy ink pads. If you guys have been a follower of mine for a long time, I used to say never buy refills, never buy re-inkers. I have all of the re-inkers for the Catherine Pooler inks because I go through these inks so much more because I reach for them every single time. So I do recommend them. And she does have the new labels, and all you do is cut the label. I'll show you what I do here. I have an extra one here, so I'll cut this one. And these come, by the way, they come top and bottom. I'm sending the bottom ones to my friends. But all you do is you just take your scissors and you very gently cut that. And if you have the old re-inkers, so the new re-inkers, these all come with colored labels. But if you have any of the old re-inkers, what I've done is I've cut a little piece. I've cut a little piece off my label and stuck it on there. But you can just peel this off. And if you store your inks in those Organize More containers, I know there's a lot of companies that you can get stand-up ink. You can put it on the side, you can put it on the edge, you put it wherever you want to put it. Okay, so the labels are nice because then you can reach for them fairly quickly and you can see what colors they are once they're labeled. All right. So yes, stay tuned. I will be giving these away to somebody, a set of minis. And I got these sentiment banner dies because I like the stitch edging inside there. So stay tuned. You'll see me use those in some Catherine Pooler cards. Yeah, they're very good inks. Okay, now let me show you guys some happy mail that I got. And I really got a lot here because between my birthday and Leah's birthday, and in fact, I have this little happy birthday bag I'm going to put them in once I'm done showing them. I do keep all the cards you guys sent me. So Marissa, shout out to her. She sent, look at, she's so awesome. She sent me some fun stamps. This one, I think, says stamped for the holidays. Thanks for being the type of friend who doesn't question why you heard the toilet flush when we're on the phone. That is so funny. And then, is that the catch or the bait? And I think that's going to go great with the dies that Jennifer sent me. So, they're so cute. And then, yes, she sent me these little Valentines. I love you more than tacos. And it's Tabasco sauce. So cute. This one had chapstick in it. Want to guess who grabbed that already? Tweety Bird. Oh my gosh. You know Leah grabbed that already. You know she did. She did a really good job, Marissa, on making these. And then this one will go to Xavier. Has little Hershey's chocolates in there, and it says, "You're super." So, super cute, Marissa. Great job on those. And she sent me this as my birthday card. I'm not going to read it, but it has my favorite word on it. And it's the Golden Girls. Yes, she is so freaking talented. All right, and then I have my other. I'm trying to make sure I don't show anybody's addresses here. All right, so we got a package of goodies here. This one is from, I gotta open it up and take a look. Diana. Look at this card. Do I have two stuck together here? I think I do. Nope, I don't. Nope, okay, never mind. This says, "Hello, Leah." That's like the perfect representation of Leah. Happy birthday. And look, it has little doggies and little girls and skates all foiled in the back. Oh, here we go. Extra special wishes is heat embossed. Are being sent to you today to help make your birthday amazing in every way. Have an awesome day. So that's from Diana. And then she made this one for me. You guys, the ton is in the house. So not only does she have beautiful hot foiling on here, but bam! I gotta say, oh, it doesn't stop there. Not only was I blown away by how awesome this card is, even though I know how to make it and have it, she did something extra special to it. Ready? Look at that. Look at that. Diana, oh my God, girl, you are so super talented. She did these all on vellum, and they're all heat embossed. And then put extra gems on them. So, amazing. Amazing. Let me turn this off. I don't want to waste the batteries. Yes, so those are from Diana. Oh my God. And look what she sent, Leah. Whole bag of lollipops. Yep. More candy. Okay. This one is from Rhonda. That is foiled, you guys. So pretty. Got some balloons in there. Some more hot foiling. Hot foiling. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. From Carly on holographic paper and decal trimmed. And I think this is the one she made for Leah. Oh, one's for me, one's for Leah. So I honestly did not think that you could foil on glitter card, but she used, this is that Sizzix foil card. Look at how beautiful it came out. So I know Stacy's not on here yet, but when she goes to watch this later, she'll be like, "I told you so. I told you you could foil on glitter card." So yes, Stacy, you were right. You can hot foil on glitter card. Beautiful. Good job, Carly. What else do we got here? This one is from Rhonda again. So one was for Leah, one was for me. I love this use of striped paper. You know, I have a whole basket of scrap paper on my desk, and I never remember to do things like that. So that's awesome. Again, with the balloons. Love it. This one is from Jerry. And it's happy birthday paper. I love it. Love it. This is the card I made for Leah. She loved it. If you missed it, you'll have to go find the video on that. This one is from Deborah. I think I saw Deb on here. Look at that little Tim Holtz dog. Look at this paper. That is so cool. Thanks, Deb. I do have the most creative friends. Okay, who made this one? This is from Delina. Lots of coloring going on here. I mean, I think these are gel pens. I know the camera's not going to pick it up, but a lot of coloring and a lot of sparkle and metallic. Beautiful. Lots of color in there. This one is from Arlene. So cute. That one was for Leah. But I hope this gives you some birthday card ideas. Here's another one from Jerry. And on this one, she did the opposite. She inlaid it in there. And look at that fun birthday paper. And the decal trimmer. That decal trimmer, man, that's a hit. We have Not Older, Just Better. And this came to me from Delina. Fun background paper there. And again, just adding scraps of paper that she had. That's a great idea. Here's to birthdays and living to be 110 pounds. Yeah, I passed that many years ago. Here's one from Stephanie Walter. It's a Valentine's card. This is part of the card swap. She sends us extras. Oh, she sent me some extra foilables. Look at that fun Valentine's card. Look at these fun foiled hearts. Love it. Love. Love. Okay. Here's another one from Stephanie. For the Love of Shoes. And this is a stencil and she put texture paste through it. Fun glittery texture paste. Oh, I got some nomies. Who sent me nomies? Hanging with my nose. Oh, Erica. I got to meet Erica. She is the sweetest person and so talented. Look at this card, you guys. So pretty, so cool. Lots of texture. My favorite colors. Happy birthday from Erica. It's a nice size 5x7 card too. Hi, Corinne. There's another one for Leah. This one's from Marissa too. Marissa went all out, man. And she did Aladdin. So we have Aladdin and the Genie and Princess Jasmine. Slimline. And some stickers here for Leah. And all the way from Canada, my friend Terry. And her dog. Look at that cute Tim Holtz bear. She even put some glossy accents on his eyes and his mug. Very layered. Lots of work in there. Thank you, Terry. Super cute, you guys. And I think that's it for the cards. And I did get a package from T, but I know that's upstairs on the table because I was just looking at it and forgot to bring it down. And yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. And so I was lucky enough to catch the tail end of Pink Fresh Studios. They did a foiling video on their channel. Sorry, I need a drink. And they showed some of their new stuff. But I already did a Gemini Glimmer Hot Foil 101 video. Hey, who sent me a PayPal donation? Thank you, you guys. I think I just got a spam email saying that my... What? Okay, I don't know what that is. Anyway, somebody sent me a PayPal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. Okay, I feel like I have ADHD today. You know, it probably doesn't help that I had like 3 sodas and a coffee today either. Anyway, what I was saying was I caught the end of the Pink Fresh Studios live where they were doing hot foiling, and they did use the glimmer, and at the end they brought out the yeah, I think those are Kindred stamps, Tracy says. Yes, yes. They brought out the Glimmer and the Gemini Foil Press. So I do have both machines. If you have the Go Press and Foil, you pretty much want to follow the same rules as the Glimmer. The Go Press and Foil and the Glimmer are very, very similar machines. And I think they're easier to get if you are not in the US. Like, you can get them in Europe, especially Go Press and Foil. You can get it in Europe, UK, Canada, and so on. The Glimmer you can get, just you want to make sure when you guys, so first hint I want to give you guys is when you're buying these machines, always look at the voltage when you go through and read the description on them. Same thing with the Gemini Foil Press. If you go through the description like on Amazon and stuff, down at the bottom it will have like a code, and it'll usually say like Gemini US or Gemini Universal or UK or Australian. So you want to make sure if the price is too good to be true, usually it means somebody ordered the wrong voltage and the company is trying to sell it off very quickly. And so the plug is not going to work. So you could try to use a converter, but I would just recommend buying the right one the first time. Otherwise, you're going to have the problem of sending it back and waiting. So that's the first advice I'm going to give you when you guys are buying these. Now, as far as pricing is going to be in the same sort of range. They're all between $100 and $130 in that range. The difference between the machines is what kind of die cutting system do you have. If you have a Big Shot, the Sizzix machine, a Vagabond machine, which is also made by Sizzix, or the Spellbinders Platinum machines, then I'm going to recommend the Glimmer machine, because this is a very thick platform and it will go through those die cutting machines without any extra platforms or shims. I do have the 2 plates taped together on mine, but that's the machine. Now, if you have the Gemini cutting machine or the Gemini Junior die cutting machine, then you want to go with the Gemini Foil Press Hot foiling system. So that's going to help you kind of determine which foiling system you want to go with. Really determines which die cutting system you have. The other thing I want to tell you guys is not all foils are the same. I know I kind of go through that every video, but we have a lot of people new to foiling, new to hot foiling. So we have 2 main types of foiling. We have toner foiling and we have hot foiling. So toner foiling is going to be foil that sticks to toner. So for example, those, where'd they go? Okay. So these foilables that Stephanie sent to me, foilables or foil art is high quality printed with a laser printer. I can't tell you how many times I get the question, can I use an inkjet printer? No, it has to be laser printed. This is pulverized microscopic pieces of plastic, and the plastic sticks to the paper when it's printed. It's heated up and then it sticks. And when you do your foiling through a mink machine or a laminator, your foil will stick to this when it's heated, and then when you release your foil, this will all be foiled, which is great. Except the only foil you can use with this is deco foil, mink foil, textile foil. Sometimes it's called heat transfer foil because you are using the heat from the laminator or the mink machine to transfer it. It is completely different from hot foil. So we're going to be talking about hot foiling tonight, and hot foiling is going to use these special dies or hot foil dies, which will heat up, and through pressure from your die cutting machine will leave a mark on your paper. So similar to letterpress, but it's hot foiled. And so to do hot foiling, you must have hot foil. And the hot foil companies are Gemini Foil Press, Spellbinders Glimmer, Couture Creations, Go Press and Foil. So yeah, where did I did such a good job showing you guys everything. I took everything off the desk that I did not mean to take off the desk. Hold on. Okay. So, Pink Fresh Studios just did this really awesome release, and yeah, I bought some, so I wanted to show them to you guys. But I wanted to answer a couple of kind of questions, so you can almost take this as Hot Foiling 102 or Advanced Hot Foiling. For those of you who are just opening your machine, you're scared, you're new, I do have a Hot Foiling 101 video on the Gemini Glimmer and a Hot Foiling 101 video on the Gemini Foil Press. At the top of my YouTube is a playlist, and if you go to, whoops, playlists right here, it will show you all of the things I categorize in videos. So I have Simon Hurley, Spellbinders, Scan and Cut, Stamp Wars, Catherine Pooler. Well, there are two that you want to follow if you're into foiling. And here is one, Hot Foiling with the Gemini Foil Press Glimmer and Foil Quill. And you can see I have over 100 videos on that. And then, where's my other one? Toner Mink Foiling, I have 143 videos on that. So I have over 200 videos just on foiling the two different foiling systems if you want to learn more about them. Okay. So in Hot Foiling 101, I basically show you, how to do the basics of hot foiling. You heat up your machine, you put your die in. Now there's two schools of thought on when to put your foil and your paper on. I'm of the school of thought that I like my hot foil plates to warm up with my foil and paper. It really depends on a couple of things. One, how thick is the paper that you're using? Two, how easily does your foil transfer over? Three, how much pressure are you getting out of your die cutting machine? So this is a trial and error. This is not something you're going to open the box, break it out, and in 20 minutes you're going to be a foiling expert. I have been doing foiling for many, many years, and I still mess it up. So it's trial and error. You just have to practice with it, and you have to be okay with making mistakes. It's never going to be perfect. Even with toner foiling, we all make mistakes. So I'm going to try to give you some tips and tricks along the way. I would ask, if you are new, please subscribe to my channel and click the notifications, because I do a ton of foiling. And also join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is called the Foiling Snobs Club. And somebody was like, oh, that's an interesting name. But we picked that name because we really want to teach you the best way to do foiling to maximize your money. You have spent a lot of money on these machines, on these dies, on the foil. You want to make beautiful projects, and I want to teach you how to do that. So I am not paid or sponsored by Pink Fresh Studios. I am on the Spellbinders Glimmer design team, Spellbinders design team, but I use it with everything. And I also have, like I said, the Gemini Foil Press machine. So I want to teach you, if you spent your money on these, you've got them as gifts, on how to best do your foiling. All right. Jennifer says she foiled her plate today. Hey, that's a rite of passage. You kind of almost have to do that. Let me turn the lights on here. All right, so this is the brand new hot foil plate called Geo Blocks from Pink Fresh Studios. And how you know the difference between a hot foiling plate and a die, well, I can kind of show you right here, is this. Hot foil plates are very thick, and I know this is kind of an exaggeration, but if you were able to pick these both up, this is super heavy. They're very thick, their designs are very thick, and that's because the whole point of hot foiling is to press this design into your foil, into your paper. Dies are very thin, they're very light, they have very thin lines on them, and that's because their whole purpose is to cut your paper or impress your paper with the design. So there is a huge difference between dies and hot foiling plates. Can you use them both for hot foiling? Yes, and I'll show you. I'll hot foil this one so you guys can see the difference. Can you die cut with your hot foiling stamps? No, you cannot. These are not sharp enough to cut. They will just crush your paper, basically. You cannot cut with these. A lot of companies do sell matching dies to go with your hot foiling. Sometimes they come together, sometimes you have to purchase them separately. You just have to look into the company. Pink Fresh Studios sells all of their dies separate. Spellbinders, you're going to get most of your dies with your hot foiling system. So keep that in mind if you're a value shopper. Most of Spellbinders hot foiling dies are going to come with cutting dies. Not all of them, but most of them. And Crafter's Companion Gemini Foil Press, it's 50-50. Just depends on how they're selling it. Most of the time you will not get a die, but occasionally they do sell what's called a foil and cut system, which is a completely different animal, but it will foil and cut out for you. You just have to go through the Gemini cutting system after you're done foiling it. But we're not going to do that. That's more advanced. We're going to do that video another day. Oh, T got him. Good job, T. Happy birthday, Regina's daughter. Oh, Jacob's having his birthday party. Happy birthday, Jacob. The cube foil plate is called Geo Blocks. Geo Blocks is what it's called. And there is a stencil, the Geo Blocks stencil. And I'll show you guys that too. Okay, so anyway, with the Glimmer system, you're going to plug your machine in, you're going to turn it on over here, and then a red power light's going to come on. After about 5 to 10 minutes, I will say this system takes a little longer to warm up than the foil press does. This machine gets one temperature, and that temperature is hot, super hot. So in the Gemini Foil Press, you have low, medium, and high. Consider this high, okay? And then there's a timer button. So what you want to do is once this turns green and it says the platform is ready, oh, Spellbinders doesn't ship to Australia, Leanne says. This is now hot, very warm. I'm not prepared. I don't have anything cut out here. So we're going to wing it here. And I'm going to use Glimmer foil. This is just plain old green Glimmer foil. And I do like to use a dedicated pair of scissors. These are my foiling scissors. Cut that foil. And you're going to put that pretty side down. This foil has an adhesive built in. So when it heats up and it touches that hot foil plate, and when it touches the paper, it's going to want to stick right away. Even without pressure, it's going to want to stick. So you want to make sure you're pretty quick about putting this through the die cutting system once it's fully hot. So we're going to put our paper on there. I know that's a little crooked. And I tape my plates together so that I have less shifting. I'm very bad with this machine. When my plates were not taped, they would wiggle. And as soon as they wiggle, guess what happened? My foil wiggles, my plate wiggles, and I get double foiling lines. So if you're having that issue, use some Cricut heat safe tape and tape your plates onto your platform on the side. Don't tape it at the top here because that's where the mounting system is for the electrical circuit there. So you don't want the tape at the top. Put it on the left or the right side if you're left-handed or right-handed, okay? We're going to move this to the side. And I'm going to bring in my platinum die cutting system. And you're going to hit the timer button. And when you hit that timer button, I'm going to blink for about 60 seconds. Okay. If you missed it, Tracy and Chow did Tracy's Smash Your Stash on Tracy's channel yesterday. They did a fabulous job. They did pan pastels with some Blue Night rubber stamps and added ribbon, and it was amazing. So definitely go check that out too. Okay, so after about 60 seconds, this is going to be done blinking, and that's going to tell us the system is hot. There's a lot of tips that I give you about different types of foils and heating systems and things like that. So I do recommend, again, if you're new to hot foiling, go check out Gemini Foil Press 101 or 101 or Spellbinders Glimmer 101. I really want to show some other things in today's video. So if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about or you're confused, go back and watch that 101 video and then come back and watch this video. Okay, so now I'm just going to slowly remove the whole platform. I'm not adding extra shims, although I should be because My machine always uses one shim for best results, but I want to show you guys what's going to happen here. I'm going to have underfoiling probably. Underfoiling is when you don't get enough pressure or heat. So underfoiling means not everything got foiled. That's why it's underfoiled. Think undercooked, right? It's underfoiled. So how do you fix underfoiling? Underfoiling usually happens when your paper is too thin, and that's why we add a shim. And a shim is just another thick piece of paper. So I have just a piece of 100, and you can see this is my shim. It's foiled all the way around. It's just a piece of 110-pound cardstock for my machine. Your machine might only need a 60-pound shim. Your machine might need 2 pieces of thick shim. But if you are getting underfoiling, I would recommend shimming first, because you can't change the heat on the Glimmer system. If you are getting underfoiling on your Gemini Foil Press, then we're going to have to talk about the type of foil you're using and the heat setting you're using. But we should have some underfoiling here. Oh, I can tell there's underfoiling right there in the middle. So in order to rectify this, see that? Whoa, Nance, that whole middle got missed. That's underfoiled. What do I do to fix that? What you're going to do is very simple. You're going to foil this again, but you're going to add a shim. So this paper is now, foil is now been used. It's called waste foil. You could try to line this up and try to reuse it, but honestly, at this point, this one just goes in the scrap pile. We're not going to reuse this. So first solution I'm going to give you here is how to fix underfoiling. So I'm going to use the same color foil, the same plate, always pretty side down. Foil. This is the sticky side or the adhesive side. We want that touching the paper. We're going to use the back side of the paper here. And this time, I'm going to add my big 110-pound shim on top. And I'm going to put that back on the platform. And we're going to let that heat up for 60 seconds. If you guys have questions along the way, just holler. If I don't see it, one of my girls will. They've been doing a great job, and they'll let me know. Ooh, ooh, get him, get him. I got him. It's like swatting a fly. Hi, Melanie. Thank you, Anna. I just got them done for my birthday. Melanie's hot foiling. Yay! Hi, Paula. Hey, Carla. Okay. So the things I want to talk about today while this is heating up is I want to talk about foiling the waste, foiling with regular dyes, fixing underfoiling, fixing overfoiling. Those are the main things I wanted to talk about, those 4. So that's what I hope to get out of today's video. But if you guys have anything else, you can let me know. Thanks, Paula. Hi, Diane. All right, so our machine is ready. And a lot of the fixes I'm going to give you are going to be very similar for the Gemini Foil Press. However, I probably will do a follow-up video with the Gemini Foil Press just because it is a little bit of a different system. Carla's going to get her foiling machine out too. Good. The best way to learn is to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice gives you something to draw off of. It gives you experience, right? So it's not always going to be perfect, but it's going to give you the experience to know how to fix it in the future. Melissa, are you going to get into hot foiling now? The only thing I will say about this system is not as quick as the Gemini Foil Press system. This one's a little bit of a slower moving system. All right. Send me all your trash foil. I will use it in my junk journal. Okay. Oh, she's getting the glimmer. Yay, Melissa. Okay, so now remember, I have my shim in there. I'm going to run it through once. Go backwards again. I can definitely feel the resistance of that thickness. That's what you want. Then you know, hey, we have enough pressure there. So this should fix our underfoiling. Underfoiling was the missed spots. So there's no trickery here. There's no magic angles or cameras or anything here. So what we're going to do for this, waiting for that to warm up, is we should have perfect foiling on this side. So again, this is the underfoiled side and missed a big chunk here. Now that I've put my shim in there, because I know with my machine, the best sandwich is to have one shim. Look at how perfectly that foiled now. Okay, so I went from underfoiled to perfectly foiled just from adding one shim. So if you're getting missed spots, missed areas in this particular machine, you need to bulk up your sandwich. Now, I will say this. Different dye manufacturers, different companies may have different results. So we have Pink Fresh Studios, we have Spellbinders, we have Gemini Couture Creations. There's another company called Toto, which is a European company. There are, I do not recommend them, but I know you guys shop them, aftermarket Chinese companies off of AliExpress, Amazon, things like that. I tend to stay away from them because normally their quality is way inferior. The designs are not exactly the way they present them, and 9 out of 10 times they're probably stolen designs. So please don't shop based on, oh, well, that looks the same as Spellbinders and it's $10 cheaper. The reason it's cheaper is because it's inferior quality. So my point being, though, different dye manufacturers are going to have different thicknesses. So even though this is the sandwich that works for me on this dye, if I switch my dye out to a different company, I may need to redo my sandwich. So just keep that in mind. Perfect example. I always have a problem with the Anna Griffin ones. I don't know why. The Anna Griffin ones for me, I just never can get perfect foiling out of them. So I always have to play with the shims when I'm using those. All right, and I will stencil this for you guys later. We're just not going to do that right now. And I am going to show you how to use this waist. So that is part of tonight's video too. Okay, so now this is warmed up. I want to show you overfoiling. So the opposite of underfoiling is overfoiling. Dun, 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 dun. What do we do? Actually, I'm going to show you 2 ways you're going to get overfoiling. Hold on. Okay, so I have my piece of hot foil here. So we're going to do the same thing. I have my die, pretty side of the foil down. I'm going to use the same paper that I used before. I'm going to use my same shim that I used before. I'm going to give that the 60-second timer to warm up. What are the odds that this is going to overfoil? Is it going to come out pretty, or is it going to overfoil? Regina knows because she's a star student of Nancy Stamps. I'm keeping my hands in view. There is no trickery or magic here, you guys. All right, the timer's done. I'm going to pull it off the platform. Put it in my machine. Run it through. Get the foil out of my way. There we go. Once, twice. Okay, so what is your verdict? Do you think we're going to have perfect foiling? I did everything the same except I switched my foil. Okay, ready? Nance, why do we have overfoiling? Who wants to guess what happened? Oh no! Nope, I used the exact same shim. Nope, I used the exact same paper. Nope, had nothing to do with the time. Nope. Ding, 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 ding. Diana wins. I switched the foil out, you guys. So I brought in a different manufacturer of foil. This is Gemini Foil Press foil. This is the paper craft foil. This particular foil only works on a low setting, and the only way you can get a low setting is if you use the Gemini Foil Press machine, or you only keep it on the Glimmer for like 10 seconds. I don't recommend using the Gemini Foil Press foil on the Glimmer machine. If you're going to use this foil, only use it for the Gemini machine. That's the paper craft foil. If you want to use Gemini foil, you want to buy the multi-surface foil. Okay, so that's trick number one, is just using the wrong foil. Now we're going to do it again, and we're still working on overfoiling here. So how do you fix this? You don't use the Gemini paper craft foil on your Glimmer. Okay. Okay, so now let's do it again. Same plate. I'm going to use the back side of this. I'm going to bring in the regular Spellbinders foil again, the same foil we've been using. Oh boy, almost did it wrong. Okay, pretty side down. Side we want a foil touching. And I'm going to put two shims on here. I'm going to put this thick shim, and I have a postcard here from HSN, which is another thick shim. And then I have this piece of paper over here. I don't know what it's from, but I'm just going to stick it in here. So I got a lot of shims in here, okay? I'm going to hit the timer on that. We're going to give that a second. And this goes in the not usable foil pile. Nope, the sandwich is exactly the same. The paper was the same. The only thing I changed was the foil. Yep. So paying attention to what kind of foil you buy is the #1 question I get. People email me, people send me messages all day long. I don't understand what happened. And either they're using the wrong foiling system, they're using hot foil on their toner foiling system, or they're trying to use toner foil on their hot foiling system, or they're using the wrong brand of foil for the system that they're using. So keep that in mind. I know all foil looks the same, but it is not the same. This plate has a weighted blanket. That's right, Karen. Okay, so this one is now done blinking. And we have 3 shims on this one. So let's see what this one looks like. Oh, it doesn't even want to go through the machine. Crank it, girl. Well, Lisa, I hope I can help clarify some things for you and you can get your machine back out. I want to help you. And if you guys have extra questions and you don't want to ask them, first of all, I encourage asking questions in the live because you're not the only one thinking what you're thinking. There's a lot of people that are new to foiling and frustrated. But if you want to, you can also join our Facebook group, Foiling Snobs Club. We have over 3,600 members now. We don't just do foiling, we do all kinds of crafty things. So there's shim number 1. Here's shim number 2. Here's shim number 3. Your machine might need 3 shims. I'm not judging. My machine doesn't. Some machines do need a lot of shims. Okay, so now we have the green foil pressed in here. And wham, there it is. Overfoiling. Not only do we have overfoiling, but that is pressed way too deep in the paper. You're not supposed to be pressing into the paper. It's not designed to give it a letterpress look. It's designed to gently press it in so that the foil sticks to the paper, but it's not designed to look like that. This is what your foiling is supposed to look like, okay? This is overfoiling. When your lines are super thick like that and it's really pressed into your paper and you have all of this excess foil on there, a little bit of overfoiling is okay. I always recommend cutting your paper a little larger than what you really want your design to be so that if you do get overfoiling, 9 out of 10 times it happens on the edges. That's okay. If that happens, you can use a mono sand eraser to erase it or cut it off if your paper is a little bigger. So this is what ideal perfect foiling looks like. This is underfoiling. If you have missed spots or underfoiled parts, you want to add a shim. And this is overfoiling. And if you have overfoiling, your machine is too tight, or you have too many shims, or your machine is too hot. If you're using the Gemini Foil Press system, your machine could be too hot, or you could be using the wrong type of foil. So to fix this, you're going to remove all of the extra shims. Always start with no shims and work your way up from this to this. If you get to a point where you have enough shims and your foil is still overfoiling, then I would check the temperature of your machine and check your foil. The other thing that I didn't bring up here is the paper. If your paper has any kind of specialty coating on it, and I see this more in toner foiling than I do hot foiling. For instance, if you're using like a glossy paper, you're using a foil card, you're using photo paper, or you're using anything like that, those coatings can affect how your foil sticks, how your foil adheres. So sometimes you may use the proper sandwich on your machine and you still get overfoiling. It could be your paper. Your paper could have some kind of special coating on it that's attracting the foil and it wants to stick to it. So just keep that in mind too, okay? Do not use the anti-static tools. That does not do anything for hot foiling. Please don't bring any of those anti-static dust buddy bags, any of those things. Those are meant for hot heat embossing, not for hot foiling. So I know there was some videos out there. I'm clarifying for you guys. I just showed you I have over 200 videos on foiling. There's nothing that dust buddy bag will do for you, okay? Okay, let's see. So we talked about underfoiling, we talked about overfoiling. Is everybody okay? Do we want to move on to the next thing? Ooh, Carly, I'm going to write that down. Foiling straight. We'll get to that. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is foiling with dies. That's a big question people ask because, again, we've already talked about the investment and cost in this machine, right? You're paying a lot of money. These dies are $25, $30 each, these big ones. The smaller ones are anywhere from $10 on up. So what do we do with, hey, I have all of these dies, and I know this is a cover plate, but we're going to use it for our example today, is, hey, Nance, I have all of these dies, and I want to use these dies. Can I foil with those dies? And the answer is yes, okay? But there's going to be a difference in the way that it foils. So let me move my examples over to this side. So I'm going to put this cover plate in here. And I will say that using how can I say this? Non-scripted dies is going to be best for you, because if you try to use dies that you're trying to read, a lot of times they're going to come out backwards. So just keep that in mind. But I just want to show you on this one. So we're going to use this die, cover plate die. We have it on our machine. I need to cut some paper quick. And I'm using Nina paper today. I know you can't get hammer mill, so this is Nina Classic Pressed Solar White. I don't know how many pounds it is. Nina Classic Crest Cover Solar White, 80 pounds. Okay, this is what I'm using because I don't want to keep using up my hammer mill. You can foil on anything. Hot foiling doesn't have to be any particular paper. Hammer mill's nice, but you don't have to use hammer mill. So let's cut some of this down. Hey, I would love to be a guest designer for Pink Fresh Studios. Call me. It says Stamp Wars sponsor. Yeah, right? You guys need to bombard them. Okay, I'm just trying to get an affiliate link from them. I can't even get that. Okay, here we go. So, cover plate. I'm going to use the same green Spellbinders foil I've been using. I'm going to stick with Spellbinders foil on this Glimmer machine because I really don't. I gave you guys your exercise on using the wrong foil. So, that's a 101 thing. So, we're going to stick for the rest of this stuff. I'm really talking about the technical mistakes people make in foiling. Okay, so regular die cutting plate, not a hot foiling plate. Already I told you there's a weight difference. This is much thinner. So I'm going to put this on here. And because this is thinner, I'm going to go with 2 shims. So I'm going to use my regular shim and this. So I think 2 shims is enough. I'm going to get that to heat up. Move this aside a second. We might have to go 3 shims because this is, again, it's not designed for hot foiling. This is a regular die. And I'm going to grab a word die too. I didn't get a nap today. Well, that's not true. I kind of woke up late and then just kind of laid in bed and didn't really get up, so. I just hung out with my kids. Well, Stacy, I'm glad you're here because we've had trolls galore. Troll patrol. Oh, yes. Chair naps are nice. I like the couch naps. Okay, so we've already done underfoiling. We've done overfoiling. Now we are doing hot foiling with dies. And this will work in your Gemini Foil Press system too, okay? Now this feels, I don't know that this is thick enough. We might have to add a 3rd shim here. We'll see. All right, so we have paper shim 1, paper shim 2, okay, and this is our cover plate attempt at hot foiling. Oh, it might have worked. We'll see here. And it did work. Okay, so what you're going to get when you're using regular dies is whatever is your cutting line. that's what's gonna foil. Okay, so it will be a very thin line. It will not be a very thick, pronounced line. And I'm going to show you with this regular, this is just a regular Catherine Pooler Thanks cutting die. We're going to warm that bad boy up. So if I show you the hot foil plate we did earlier, notice how pronounced the lines are, how much thicker they are. It's definitely made for foiling. It doesn't cut into the paper or anything. When you're using a die, the idea of the die, these steel rule dies, is to cut your paper, right? So even this is a beautiful pattern for foiling. You can foil with them, but just remember, it's not going to be as pronounced. It's going to be very subtle and very thin. This is one of the reasons I try to keep my paper a little bigger, because obviously it did some shifting there. And Carly had asked, how do we foil straight? So one of the things you want to do is use the grid lines on the plate to try to foil straight. The other thing you can do is you can tape everything, and I see more and more people taping things, and that's not a bad thing. If you're really wanting precise location of your hot foiling, the best thing you can do is to tape it. But yes, you can use your regular dies, but I want to show you what a big mistake that a lot of people make when they're using their dies. So inside here I've put the Catherine Pooler Thanks die, and I want to foil this. Let me grab another little piece of foil here. Okay, and we're going to put the pretty side down. Hold on, I got a piece of paper in here. You got to make sure all your little pieces of paper are picked out of there. Okay. Okay, so pretty side is always down. And I'm going to grab our piece of paper in here. So Carla asked, how do I make sure that everything's straight? So both of these systems have grid lines. I don't know if you guys can see those or not on camera. So you basically want to line, if your die is lined up straight, which mine mostly is, you can put it right on the line there. It's like when we were in kindergarten and we learned to do writing. You write on the lines, right? So we're going to try to line everything up against that bottom line there. Okay, I'm going to put our foil on there. And now I'm going to put my paper on those same lines. So I want to make sure that I'm lined up straight here. And I'm lining up against the top and the bottom line, grid lines here. And 2 shims seems to work okay. So I'm going to go back with 2 shims and set the timer. Hi, Jonna. And yes, I want to see your foiling designs in the Foiling Snobs Club. Make an album. Post your cards. Everybody learns to kind of evolve with their card making. Your style changes, your mood changes, your seasons change. You know, it's the same thing with foiling. When you start foiling, you might be into one thing and then you might change into something else. And it's nice to see that evolution. So definitely post your creations in the Foiling Snobs Club. I will guarantee you we are a very supportive group. And if you have questions or you need help, just ask. We'll certainly help you through improving if you want to do better. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna run this through. Again, I only have 2 shims. I'm using 2 shims because we're using a regular, supposed to be cutting die. We're not using a hot foiling die. Okay, and that really felt a little light to me. I might have some underfoiling here. Hi, Lynn. Stacy says it's 70 degrees at Arizona. Okay, so using the Catherine Pooler Thanks die, Around the edges, I can already see I have overfoiling. Okay, but that foiled pretty well. So you can see it did foil. It's very thin. Remember, those are your cutting lines. Okay, here is the #1 thing people try to do. What do you think people try to do after they foil this? I'm using Nina right now. Nina Classic Crest Solar White 80 pound. Nope. Color it would be a good idea, but nope. That's not what they try to do. Cut it. That's exactly what they try to do. So since they have this foiled, I don't know what in their right mind makes them think, great, this is foiled, now I'm going to cut it. What do you think is going to happen if I cut this? Yep, Dawn is right. Cut it out with the same die. Right, you're going to end up cutting your foil off. So if you want to use these for foiling, you definitely can use them. Okay, I've had some people use the backside. I don't recommend the backside of this one because all of these release holes, so all of these release holes that are designed to help you release your die, those will not foil. So you'll get this cool phalanx. It's not even going to look like phalanx. It's going to be phalanx with these little holes in there. So I don't recommend foiling the backside of this die, but there are other dies you have that you could foil the backside. Just remember, when you foil it backwards, it will be backwards. Okay, so if you foil this backwards, it's going to be okay, it's not going to be thanks, it's going to be with holes in it. So keep that in mind when you're foiling with dies, that it will be very thin, dainty lines, because those are supposed to be cut lines, but you do not want to cut them, because if you try to cut them, you will eliminate your foiling. You will cut on your foiling. Okay, now, what do you do if you want to foil something like this? Okay, Nance, this is beautiful. I want to foil it. How do I do that? So the third lesson or fourth lesson you're going to learn today is how to foil dies with hot foiling. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to recommend is you need to foil your cardstock. So I'm going to use the same cardstock. Actually, you're going to learn 2 lessons at once here. We're going to bring in the handy dandy Pink Fresh Studios solid hot foil plate. This plate is now $21 in my Amazon shop. Well, it was yesterday. I don't know what it is today, okay? This is the Pink Fresh Studios solid hot foil plate. It was $21 on my Amazon shop yesterday, okay? I'm now going to bring in some foil. So I'm going to actually teach you how to foil the waste and then how to die cut your foil from it. So all you're going to do is, again, pretty side down. You're going to put your paper in there. And I'm going to use the same paper so I'm not wasting paper. And I'm going to use 2 shims. 1 shim is good. 2 is better for me, for my machine, okay? In this case, I want over foiling. I want that foil stuck to every inch of paper. So I am going to use 2 shims. We're going to hit the timer for that. So I'm going to teach you how to foil the waste, and I'm going to teach you how to use your dies if you want to die cut. Carly's right. If you wanted to cut your foiled image, yes, use your scan and cut and make a shadow layer. Yep. Carla, just foiled my Milky plate. Hey, welcome to the club. So all you got to do if you overfoil your plates or your dies is use 100% acetone, which is nail polish remover. You do not want to use the nail polish remover, which has vitamin E or cuticle oil in it. That's super greasy. It needs to be 100% acetone. You're going to put a list on a little paper towel, a little cotton swab, and it'll take the foil off your dies or off of your plates. It happens to all of us. This is, I think, under $1, Walmart, something like that. $20.67, my girls are saying. And it is in the hot foiling Amazon shop. All right, so this is done now. Please use my Amazon shop when you guys are looking up any crafty supplies. If you want something crafty, start in my Amazon shop. You can still search all of Amazon, even through my Amazon shop. And then let me know, and I'll add it to my Amazon shop. Okay? One. This is super thick, which is what we want. We just got another PayPal donation. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. All right. That'll help me buy some more foil. Okay, so here's shim 1. Shim 2. Okay, remember, this is what it is if you just foil the die. But I want to foil the waist. Remember, this was the very first one we did correctly. Now look what's going to happen. Ooh, not enough shims, Nance. See that underfoiling? Not enough shims. I got to go 3 shims with my plate. Not enough shims. But the point is, and I'll do another one. When you have this fully foiled, then die cut it. Don't die cut first and then foil it. Foil first, then die cut. It's the same thing when you guys are doing toner foiling. I always say foil first, die cut second. Because again, those cut lines that you see will affect the foiling. So you want to foil first, die cut second. Let's try this again. I'm going to use 3 shims. There is no miracle magic way of doing foiling. As you guys have seen, I've been on for how long now? Too long. Yeah, I've done quite a few things to help you with your foiling. I would like for it to be perfect every single time. That's not realistic. So don't beat yourself up if it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to the first time. But this, once you remove everything, it should be, ideally, this should be perfectly clear. That's how you foil the waist. That's how you get foiled cardstock if you needed a particular foiled cardstock. You need heat-resistant tape. The only time you need heat-resistant tape is when you're taping your plates together. If you mean for taping things on straight, now I'll show you guys that again in a second here. Stacy says put it through again. Stacy, once I reveal it, I can't put it through again. All right, so now I'm going to do 3 shims because again, we want this to be over foiled. 1, 2, 3. So I need to find out, I need to do some experiments with you guys for some tapes. Okay, so I've tried all different kinds of tape. This is the Cricut Heat Safe tape. I only use this tape for taping my plates together. This tape is super expensive. It's like $7, and I only use this for taping my plates together. I do not use this on any of my paper projects. It is Cricut brand Heat Safe tape, okay? Now, as far as taping my dies, we have Post-it tape. We have mint tape, this other tape. I don't recommend any of these. Purple tape. None of them work really well. I don't know what company this is. I'm trying to find it for you guys. It was sent to me as a gift. Breaking all kinds of things in my desk now. It was sent to me as a gift, but it's some kind of Japanese masking tape. It's Daiso, made in Japan masking tape. This tape works great. It is some kind of a washi tape, but this washi tape will go through a couple of runs before it starts to melt and get kind of soggy. Regular washi tape kind of melts after the first run. So I do like this tape. I also have some other washi tape. I have a lot of washi tape, you guys. This is like purple tape, painter's tape. It gets kind of melty and gooey, and I don't like that. And it's really hard to get off of my dies once it's heated. So you have to experiment with the washi tapes that you have and find one that'll work for you. So this, I don't know what if I can find this. The company is Daiso. I'll try to find it for you guys. All right, so I do have an Amazon UK account. Yes, I do. I need to build that one up. Okay, so now we have 3 shims, and we're going for a solid foiled plate here. Sheet. Joann's carries that tape. I think Michael's carries it. Cricut brand, heat safe tape. I'm sure it's on my Amazon shop somewhere. Okay, so now, and what Stacy is recommending is if you're going to be using these plates, is to just pull off one corner of it and check it. And if it's not fully foiled like this one is, she's saying run it through again. And I can see what my problem is. It's my shims. Because I've used these shims so many times. Can you guys see the box shape there? Because I've used the shims so many times, they have lost their shim ability. My shims are old. So because they've been impressed in so many times, they're now flattened and they have lost their shimming ability. So let me grab a clean piece of shim here. Hold on. And sometimes that happens. I mean, I've been foiling with those papers for quite a while now. So they lost their shimmy shim. That's right. Their shim ability. I just made that up. Let's try that again, shall we? With fresh, clean shims. Heavy shim 1, heavy shim 2. We should be shimability better here. We're going to heat that up. I put that same piece back in there. I just revealed the top to see that it wasn't foiled all the way. And I could see the little impressions of the squares. All these little square impressions were in there. Shim happens, Paula says. That's right. I will also say that it gets hot when you're doing your foiling. Let the shim be with you. You guys are funny. Oh, Jennifer Sang found a website. Yay! That's why what I was saying earlier is some people like to wait till their machine is hot and then put their sandwich together. No. Nancy likes to sandwich everything and let it all cook. Okay, it is correct. The hotter, the better. When you're doing these full solid plates, the hotter, the better. So I like to put my paper, my foil, everything, let it all warm up together. So I gotta wait for my platform to heat up and then my timer to heat up, and then we'll get back to fixing this stuff. Hey, junk mail works great, you guys. These companies spend a lot of money on this heavy duty stuff. I keep it in my craft room because it works great as shims. Why should I waste my paper when I can waste junk mail? Here's a postcard I got from Shutterfly. This is super thick. Yes, I heard there is a company that came out with the bigger plate. I am not going to spend the money on it. I didn't spend the money on this one. I used that plate that, I think it was Carla that sent it to me. Who sent it to me? I forget. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really terrible with remembering who sends me stuff. One of you guys sent me that plate from Hobby Lobby, and I played with that, and that worked okay. But for 20 bucks, $20, not a bad deal. When it gets to $25, $30 or more, my mom laughs at me because my mom said ever since I was a kid, $20 was the magic number. If it went over $20, I was like, nope. I'm like, that's still my magic number. If it's more than 20 bucks, I'm like, I'm going to need a coupon before I buy that. Oh, the bigger Gemini platform. Cheryl sent it to me? Okay. My machine's taking its sweet old time to heat up here. I knew it was one of you guys. Sorry, Cheryl. The bigger Gemini platform. You mean the full-size Gemini platform on the Gemini Foil Press? Wow, 100 people are in here. Hi, guys. Welcome. Just remember, if you're going to buy that one from Hobby Lobby, you want to shave down the edges or put tape on it. Where's mine at? I think I put mine in with my, I think it's in with my foiling stuff. Because mine did start to, and you get this one with the Gemini. You get this plate with the Gemini Foil Press. I guess I'll have to do some practice. I think I put mine in with my foiling plates, Cheryl. But that one worked for me, you guys. Just tape the edges down. Be careful because you can shave the, or sand the edges down a little bit because it had sharp edges. The Pink Fresh Studio one, obviously they've already done that to the edges, so you don't have to worry about it. All right. I don't know why, but this happens sometimes. So my platform is taking a really long time to heat up. If that happens to you, disengage your platform. Give it a second. Make sure all your contacts are clean. And then plug it back in and give it a few moments. I think both of these machines, the Glimmer machine and the foil machine, the foil press machine, are designed that after 25 or 30 minutes of use to kind of go into a cool down state. And so sometimes that happens and the machine is still very warm, but it might not be as hot as it needs to be. But I've been having this sit on here for a while, so it might take an extra few moments for this platform to get ready. That doesn't mean that your machine is broken. I think that's part of their design to make sure you're safe and you don't walk away from a hot machine. So it will come back after a few minutes, but I'm going to run this through anyway because it's been sitting on there long enough hot. Okay, Carol's given some message there. What was the question? I missed it. I missed it. So I don't have the full-size Gemini, so I don't have the full-size Gemini Foil Press platform. But in order to use the foil press in the full-size Gemini, yes, you do need that adapter piece. to use it in the full-size Gemini machine. And I have heard from people that have the full-size Gemini machine that it is much tighter, and there's a lot of overfoiling that happens with the full-size machine. So again, it comes back to the beginning of the video where I said you really need to kind of practice and try out your shims and your timing and your heat settings based on what you're foiling, the size of your die, what kind of foils you're using. It's a lot of trial and error and a lot of notes. You gotta take a lot of notes. It's like baking grandma's favorite cookies. First couple times you gotta go check the recipe book, and then after a few hundred times of doing it, you got it memorized. Okay, so now we have 2 fresh shimmy shims here. So let's check it now. All right, so this was the side that I had pulled up earlier, and I had a little bit of underfoiling. So this is the opposite side. Let's see if we got better results. Nope. So, oh no, the foiling Empress has failed at foiling. Nope. I'm going to say in this case, it's the paper that I used, because I'm using regular Neenah paper. I can tell you right now, even if I re-shim this and foil it for a lot longer, it's still not going to get into there. This paper is a much thicker, porous paper, so I'm not going to get 100% foiling on this. I'm going to prove myself by changing the paper. It's not going to work, Stacy. It's the paper. So, I am grabbing the famed hammer mill. This is why everybody likes the hammer mill. And I would say if you're going to do a lot of full solid foiling, then you want to get the hammer mill. But you guys saw the majority of my demonstration was on that Neenah paper, and everything else foiled just fine. So I'm going to do the same demonstration here. This is hammer mill. The hammer mill that's sold out and nobody can get. Just why I didn't want to use it. No, because I have the 2 shims on there. So it had full contact. It had full contact. And it's all, you know, even on the edges here, it looks like it's full, but from a closer view, because I'm in front of it, it's not 100% foiled. It's pretty good, but it's not great. It's not FSC approved. Because that paper is so porous, it's not as smooth as hammer mill. So we're going to put hammer mill in here, which is ultra smooth, so smooth. Now the hammer mill paper is a little thinner than, I'm adding my 3rd shim here. It is thinner than the Neenah Solar White. And my platform is not hot. Let's go, boy. Yeah, Carla got the 17 by 11 hammer mill and cut it down. But I don't want you to be discouraged by paper. That's not the point that I'm trying to make, because we did all of these other foiling experiments just fine on Neenah paper. Use paper you have. You don't need specialty paper for most of the foiling that you're going to be doing. Solid foiling, then you have better results with smoother paper. That's why Spellbinders sells that Yupo paper now. That paper works fantastic, no doubt about it. If I were trying to do the solid foiling on that paper, it would stick like a dream. But that paper is very expensive. So I don't want you guys to go out and buy special paper if you don't have to buy special paper, especially since there's a paper shortage right now and we can't get it. Hamilco paper is great for foiling. It has a coating on it. I recommend the Hamilco paper for toner foiling, but if you have Hamilco paper, absolutely, Cheryl, it'll work wonderful. Hamilco paper is even smoother than hammer mill paper. It's a little more expensive than hammer mill paper, but it's easier to get right now. Yes. Yeah, Carla says, I follow your instructions as best I can, but I can't afford a lot of things. Right, Carla. So that's why I'm saying I don't want you guys to have to go out. You can't find the specific type of hammer mill paper right now. Hamilco paper is out there, but it is a little bit more expensive, and that's why I recommend saving your Hamilco paper for toner foiling. So I was using Neenah Solar White because I have a lot of Neenah Solar White. If you have accent opaque works okay too. So use the paper that you have, colored paper, foil card. This type of foiling is not as picky as toner foiling. So use the paper that you have. There's Hamilco and hammer mill. Hamilco has a glossy coating on it. Hammer mill is a super smooth, silky paper, but it does not have that coating on it. Accent Opaque and Neenah are just a little bit more fibrous papers. They're a little thicker papers, and they're not as smooth as hammer mill and Hamilco. And I would say 80 or 100 pounds, yes. But use what you have. If you have Stampin' Up! Colored paper, if you have Astro Brights color paper, if you have regular construction paper, you can hot foil on all of those, you guys. You don't have, you will get beautiful results just like this on those papers. The only issue I'm having is because I'm trying to get this full solid sheet. If that paper is not super silky smooth, you're going to get underfoiling. It's just because of the paper. It has nothing to do with your machine, has nothing to do with your foil, has to do with the fibrous consistency of that paper. Because this paper is a little bit more dense, it's a open weave. It's not a finer, smoother, tighter weave like the Hamilco and the hammer mill or the Yupo. Yupo paper's plastic, you guys. So there is no porous spots in Yupo paper. That paper foil sticks to that like a dream, but it's super expensive. So I don't want you to spend money buying all of these fancy papers. You don't need to. Yeah, I can use some of the scrapbook paper that I've shown. I would say 80 or 100 pound is your best bet. Yes. All right. My guy has decided he doesn't want to foil anymore. I'm going to turn him off a second and start him back up. We might be past our little, I'm sure we're way past our time frame. How long have I been yipping away here? Oh, only 108 minutes, you guys. Psh. Yeah. Mr. Glimmer was like, I am done. I'm not going to foil anymore for you today. So hold on. So Carla asks a good question. Isn't Neenah and Astro Bright the same? Yes and no. There are brands of paper. How can I explain it? There are brands of paper manufacturers, but there are different qualities of paper based on how they are pricing it and who they are marketing it to, okay? Yupo paper is super expensive because Yupo paper is a synthetic paper. It's basically plastic, and it is marketed to professional watercolor artists. That's why it's so much more expensive to us paper crafters, us card makers, because Yupo paper is designed really for professional watercolor artists because of the ability of that paper not to absorb anything right away. It gives them some watercolor playtime, okay? But us paper crafters found it. We enjoy using it, but it is super expensive. So it's the same thing with Hamilco paper is on Amazon. It is designed as a fine quality paper for, what do you call those things? Displays, brochures, marketing material. Like when I get, like when I get this stuff, like this is made out of a Hamilco type paper. It's glossy, but it's not glossy like photo paper. It's designed for professional printmakers to use in professional marketing. So when you get these postcards and things, this is like Hamilco paper. That's why it's more expensive. Hammermill paper is an all-encompassing good paper, whether you're printing brochures for it. Like I used Hammermill paper to print these brochures. If you're printing brochures, if you are doing artwork, Hammermill kind of, it's like your mid-grade paper that does a little bit of everything for everybody. So you can do marker coloring on it. You can print on it. You can do some foiling on it. You can do very little watercolor, things like that on it. When you get to Astro Brights and Nina, they're a paper company, so they encompass all aspects of that, from children's grade construction paper all the way up to professional print paper and professional artist paper. So just because you see the name Nina or you see the name Astro Brights, do not assume it's the same quality. You really need to look at the names of the quality of the paper. So for example, okay, this Nina paper is Nina Classic Crest Cover Solar White. There's 800 companies that say Nina paper on it. Nina makes a lot of paper. They're a paper company. That's just the brand. But you want this particular one. This is what I was using on the beginning. So Classic Crest Cover, Solar Weight, Ultra Smooth, 80 pounds. Okay. The Hammermill paper that everyone can't find right now. Okay, this Hammermill paper is a little bit less expensive, but again, Hammermill has rebranded their paper. What you want is premium color copy cover. And it has this, somebody corrected me, it's not a gecko. What's it called? It's a changing color lizard. Chameleon. It's a chameleon. Okay, it has this chameleon. Somebody said they're rebranding it with the frog. I don't know. But I'm looking for premium color copy paper, not digital copy paper, not any of that stuff. Okay, so premium color copy cover paper for color. And again, this makes your work look better. I'm using the 100 pound. 80 pound works okay too. You're also going to look at the weight and the size. You might find 80 or 100 pound, but it's not going to be 8.5 by 11 right now. There's a paper shortage right now. They cannot get this paper in stock. So that's why I was using the Classic Crest, because I have a lot of that paper and I'm trying to hoard this paper because I don't have any more. This is what I got. Catherine Pooler's paper is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, come a chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Okay. So, Carla said the frog paper is different. Okay. All right. Good. I don't know why my Glimmer has called it quits for the night. I've turned it off. I've turned it back on. He's warm. He's just not getting up to platform ready hot temperature here. And I don't want to foil this if it's not hot enough. Where's my temperature gun that Abraham sent me? Tracy asked a good question. What about Crafty Critter paper? Crafty Critter paper is designed for toner foiling. It is amazing paper. I have not used it for hot foiling. Okay, this is definitely not hot enough. So normally our machines get to, because I checked the temperature. Abraham sent me a temperature gun. Normally our Glimmer machine gets to 244 degrees. And we are only at 100 and some degrees here, 114. So we are not hot enough to do our foiling here. We might have to switch to the Gemini. Now you got the song stuck in your head. So Crafty Critter paper makes great paper for toner foiling. It's a little thinner. I have not used it in hot foiling yet, but because it does so well in toner foiling, I would assume that it does well in hot foiling as well. So if that's the paper you have, whatever works good in toner foiling will work just as good in hot foiling. Hi, Abraham. He said, speak of the devil. You guys, maybe I killed my Glimmer. Maybe it died on me. We're going to have to do a donation so Nancy can buy a new Glimmer machine. Ah! It is warm, though, so it's not like it's not heating up. He's just taking a nap, I guess. Yeah, he's not as hot as he normally gets. We'll give it another few minutes. If it doesn't heat up, then we're going to have to continue this another day. What other basic questions did you guys have? Because I will do another video with the Gemini machine. I mean, Gemini Foil Press. His ears were burning. I did not mean for this to go on this long. I will say a couple of things though. If you are just starting out with hot foiling, I am going to put a shameless plug in for Spellbinders. Spellbinders has a Glimmer of the Month Club. And the Glimmer of the Month Club every month will send you a roll of foil. Okay, so you're going to get a full roll of foil. It's not sample foil. It is an actual full roll of Glimmer Hot Foil. And you're going to get their hot foil dies. Most of the time, they do send cutting dies to match the hot foil dies. So if you're just starting out with your Glimmer or your Gemini Foil Press machine or your Couture Creations Go Press and Foil machine, you do have the option of this club to start building up your stash. You get some sentiments, you get images, you get foil. So it's just a wonderful company to help you guys with that. And again, you can use it in any hot foiling system. It does not have to be only the Glimmer hot foiling system. If you're going to use the Glimmer foil in your Gemini Foil Press, you need to move the machine to a medium or a high heat. And I would say on average 25 to 30 seconds. But it's a great way to build up your stash. If you have access to a Hobby Lobby near you, oftentimes Hobby Lobby will have the Glimmer machine on sale for under $100. And once or twice a year, they will do huge sales, and keep an eye out in the Foiling Snobs Club because they will do huge sales on their dies. So they're not retiring the dies. They just do a huge sale on them. And they recently just rebranded the decorative, what do you call it? The storage, the pouching. So instead of it being a teal pouch now, it comes in a white pouch. And I think they did that to stop the confusion of regular dies versus Glimmer dies. So it's just, you know, it looks a little cleaner. It's nicer. But Hobby Lobby had a huge sale, and all of their hot foiling stuff was 75% off. So a lot of us were able to get these really nice, huge bargains on hot foil Spellbinders, hot foil plates for 75% off. So keep that in mind too. Couture Creations is good foil. Yep, it's the same. It's Couture Creations is designed for the Go Press and Foil, but is identical to the Glimmer foil. So I would say they're very close cousins. Yep, it's fine. And I am gonna say this machine has given up on us, you guys. I have unplugged it, plugged it back in, turned it off, turned it on. I'm just not getting anywhere with it. And I could have tried running that through, but I just don't think it's hot enough. Let's try it. I don't know what else to do at this point, and I don't want to keep everybody hanging on in suspense here, and we didn't get to finish our lessons. This may not work. Abraham got a slice machine. I got one of those years and years and years and years ago, and then I stopped using it and gave it away, I think. I could switch to the Gemini Foil Press. Let me go grab that for you guys. I'm going to unplug the Glimmer. I hope I didn't kill it. I honestly just think because of how long we were using it, it went into shutdown mode. Safety shutdown mode. Okay, so I'm going to carefully try to, well, we're doing a solid plate, so it's not going to matter. So because I am using Spellbinders foil on here, I'm going to turn my machine on high. So power on, and then we're going to go to high. And once that turns green, we should be ready. And I generally don't need shims when I'm using my foil press. This works pretty good without any shims. And I'm going to move my Glimmer. He's grounded. He quit on us. How dare you, Glimmer? Don't you know you're part of the FFC? That's okay. If you guys want to hang out, I'll hang out with you. We can do all the same things we did on the other. Now the difference is I'm going to be using my Gemini Junior, which I can't bring on screen because it's off to the side. So when I run it through, it's you won't see it. You might hear it do its little thing as it goes through, but you won't see it. Let me show you guys while we're waiting. This only takes a few minutes to heat up. It's actually very quick. So let me move that to the side. I'm going to show you guys the stenciling for that geometric plate. And I'll run it through again in the Gemini just so you guys can see it in the Gemini too. Okay, so this is the Geo Blocks that we hot foiled here. And then I did purchase the matching stencils. Troll alert. Okay. And so it's a 3-layer stencil, and it says on the top stencil 1, 2, 3. You can really do them in any order. It doesn't really matter on this. And I'm just going to grab a stenciling brush and just grab some ink here. Get my little anti-skid mats from Tea. And all you do is just look through the stencil and line it up to the matching coordinating shapes on what you hot foiled. Okay. Does the Glimmer fit in that new machine, Abraham? I know a couple people asked in the group if the Glimmer fits in the switch. So does it fit? You'll have to let us know. So I'm just taking some ink. And I didn't put any pixie spray or anything on here. I'm just trying to use my hands to hold it in place. Okay, he's going to try it now and let us know. All right, so there's stencil 1. Pretty cool. And I'm going to do stencil 2. Now, I did notice sometimes you kind of have to flip your paper around to figure out where it needs to be lined up. Okay, so that's stencil 2. Let's change colors. Let's go to minted. Ooh, I got ink all on the back of that. Hold on. I got ink all over the back of my brush. I stuck it right in the ink pad now. There's ink everywhere. Okay. We're good. Next color. We have minted. And again, I want to just line up my stencil. So what it's doing is it's masking off the other parts of the image and only leaving an opening to ink that side of the blocks. Okay, so that's stencil 2. That looks pretty just like that. And then stencil 3. Bring in some, oh boy. Hey, Chow. So stencil 3. You can see, can line that right up. Oh, gotta go over one. And I'm going to use Oh Boy on this one. Okay. Foil press is hot. It is on high. So I'm going to give it 30 seconds. So once it beeps and the light turns green, that tells us it's up to temperature. We're going to put the timer on. Remember, I already have my plate and my Spellbinders foil on there ready to go, and I switched that one to hammer mill paper. I'm going to try it again on the Nina Solar White and see if we get the same results. Because maybe my Glimmer wasn't hot enough, but I think we will get the same results because, again, the Nina paper was just a little more porous. Look at that. Finished just in time. 9 seconds to spare. And there is the Geo Blocks from Pink Fresh Studios and the matching stencils. And I think if you guys want to get this, you can get it. I have a scrapbook.com link if you guys want to use that. And since I have my foil press out, I'll show you guys all the same experiments. So now that this is done, I'm not going to add a shim. Actually, I am going to add a shim. I'm just going to do one shim. Look at that. It's stuck. Ooh, that's not a good sign. It's not good at all. Too many air bubbles. Okay. So now I'm gonna run this whole thing in my Junior, which is off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see how we did. All the bubbles are gone. There's a dust spot there. Let's see. This is the Pink Fresh Studio solid plate, and I switched to hammermill paper, and you can already see that I got better results than I did with the Neenah paper. But just to put doubt and suspicions aside, I'm going to bring in the Neenah paper again, just this guy here. I'm trying to line this up on the grid lines. Ooh, that is hot. I'm going to use the same foil. I'm going to run out of foil. If you guys are just joining us, I've been talking for way too long, but the first half of the video is just advanced things that people ask me about hot foiling. And we are foiling the Pink Fresh Studio solid plate if you want to do your waist foiling, or if you want solid foil sheets, because we will die cut this in a moment. I'm using one shim high, 30 seconds, because number one, the size of the plate, and number two, because this is Spellbinders Glimmer foil, which runs at a much higher temperature than Gemini foil. So we're going to give this 30 seconds, and I've switched to Neenah paper because last time we did it on Neenah paper, we didn't get good results. We got underfoiling in the middle with the Neenah. So I switched to the hammermill, and you can see it's much better coverage. But we'll see how we do here. Personally, everybody says, which one do I like better? I do like my Gemini Foil Press better. I am a little biased. It's just faster, and for me, it's easier to use. I don't need any special shims. I don't need any special tape. It's all-encompassing, and since it goes in the Junior, it's electric, so I don't have to crank anything. So personally, I do like the Gemini Foil Press better. But it all depends on your die cutting system. This is a brand new plate that Tracy sent me for my birthday. T sent me, and because I'm on high, it's already starting to warp. So I got to be careful with that. Okay, so here we are using the Neenah. Let's see if we get better coverage or if it's the same. Ooh, we got better coverage, you guys. Ooh, look at that. That is way better than here. So, Glimmer machine let me down. So, proves paper wasn't that big of a deal. It was my machine. Ooh, girl. That Glimmer quit. Okay, let's do... You guys, you're all talking about the box. Let's foil this again. Stacy said it'll work. Stacy also is a Gemini Foil Press connoisseur. Just because I don't want warping on my brand new plate, you guys, I'm going to switch to the foil that, see, look at, my plate's warping already. Look at, it's brand new. So I'm going to lower my heat to low. And when I do that, this is going to beep at me and say, cool down, cool down. Watch. High, medium, low. Cool down, cool down. So I'm actually going to go put this under the Gemini so it flattens out. I'm really not happy that that happens, but it does. So I put it underneath my Gemini, and the weight of my Gemini should flatten it back out. But since the plates were $20, I bought myself another one just in case. So this is a brand new one. It's not hot at all. This is on low now. And where's that gold foil? Here it is. We're going to switch to Gemini Papercraft Foil. I'm going to put the Spellbinders Glimmer Foil away. Did I have another troll? Nah, Stace, it's okay. I'll just switch foils. It's fine. Is everybody okay? Does anybody need to go on a potty break? I've been talking way too long. We're 2 hours into this, you guys. This is how much I love you. Regina's being a DJ for a 4- and 5-year-old. What's their names, Regina? Do I need to give them a shout out? Oh, Stacy's driving. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same experiments that I did earlier on the Glimmer on the foil press. Okay, so what we learned was, what did we learn? How to fix underfoiling, how to fix overfoiling, how to foil with dyes, how to foil the waste. So I just showed you how to foil the waste. Let my machine heat up. If you guys want to help support me, a couple things you can do is everything that I'm showing you, I have an affiliate link for, either through scrapbook.com or Spellbinders or Catherine Pooler inks. So if you would like to help me, you can buy these things from my supported links. It does not cost you 1 cent more, but it does pay me a small commission from the company to keep my channel going so that I continue to buy these kinds of things and show them to you and buy supplies like paper and foil and dyes and things like that. You can also donate through PayPal. I do have a PayPal link, which goes back to my channel. But one of those 2 ways definitely helps me out. The other way is to make sure that you're subscribed with the thumbs up and notifications so that when I post these videos, you guys can watch them, you can share them with your crafty friends, and we can get more viewers, which then I get paid from YouTube. So it all goes into helping a channel. So when I first got this plate, this is the Geo Squares from Pink Fresh Studios, Geo Blocks. I originally foiled it in gold, and then I used 3 different colors of Catherine Pooler blue inks, and I got this. I just foiled it for you guys in green earlier on the Spellbinders machine using Spellbinders Glimmer foil in green, and I used 3 different colors of Catherine Pooler inks and got this. So it's a really cool design with the foiling and with the stenciling, that you get that cool subtle foiling with that 3D, yes, Cubert kind of look to it. And it's really easy to make this into something. So here we have some of my underfoiled and my overfoiled examples. And what I was trying to achieve was a solid color of cardstock. So now I can die cut this die. I'm going to cut this out on my Gemini. So my plates are all in wrong order here. Here we go. Cutting plate first. And these are the craft first plates. Okay, so and you guys can see how long have I been using these plates. Look at, not warped yet. Craft first. Amazing. Okay, so solid sheet of foil. Die face down on my foil. I'm going to put a tiny piece of washi to hold it in place. Thank you, Michelle. Super chat. We're going to cut that out. And then on top of this, I'm going to put my magnetic shim. This is also Craft First magnetic shim on top. That kind of is the weighted blanket for it. Then we have our milky shim on top of that, which is kind of our spacer pad. And then we have our top plate, which I did cut a little bit in. And then I feed it through the machine upside down like this. And I want to show you guys, these Craft First plates are in my Amazon shop under die cutting. They have plates for Gemini Junior. They have plates for the full-size Gemini. So obviously this Craft First plate is well loved, very much cut into, right? There is no warping in this plate. It is not bowed. It is very much straight. Here is a barely used Gemini Junior plate. You can see it is not cut into as much as my Craft First plate is. But right here, it's starting to bow. So Craft First did contact me. Can you guys see that? Can you see the bowing right there? The warping? Craft First contacted me, and their story was they were originally hired by Gemini, by Crafter's Companion, to make their plates. This is a much thicker polycarbonate plastic, which is a heavier acrylic, and this is cheaper acrylic. That's why these plates have started to warp and bow. So you guys, don't spend more money buying the Gemini plates. Even if they're the same price, you're going to be better off with the Craft First plates. And Craft First just sent me some prototype longer plates because everybody's getting into slimline now. We're getting longer embossing folders. We're getting longer dies again. And although they fit on here, you don't have much wiggle room. So Craft First is now generating longer plates, and I cannot believe how good they are. I really was like, oh, in a few months they're going to start to look the same as the Gemini plate. You guys, straight plates. And these magnetic shims are much heavier in weight than the Gemini shims. The Gemini magnetic shim is a little bit flimsier. This is definitely a heavier. The Milky shim I would say is probably exactly the same, but these cutting plates are far superior. And T did a video with the larger ones, and she's only just started using them, so I'm interested to see when T does like a 6-month follow-up video how her plates are holding up if she's using her Gemini. But here you can see we've hot foiled this thing and cut it out. So if you want foiled dies, I always say foil first, cut second. And now look how easy that becomes a card. Ta-da! All right, it was in cool down mode. Yep. All right, so now that guy's done foiling. Or he's not done. He's on low. We want to bring in, we're going to use the Gemini paper craft foil because we're using the Gemini machine. Remember, it caused over foiling. Where's my sample for you guys? Remember, it caused over foiling in the Glimmer machine. So we will not have over foiling here. As soon as I can find the end. And I have those in my Amazon shop, you guys, under die cutting. Craft First. So please start at my Amazon shop, and then I'll get credit for that. Okay, so I have in the machine, I'm off camera. Sorry, let me stay in frame for you guys. We switched to the Gemini Foil Press because Glimmer gave up on us. And we're on low heat setting because I'm using Gemini foil. You always want to know which foils you're using. And this is a fairly large plate. So if I was doing a small image like this, I would probably only do 10 or 15 seconds. But because this is a larger size plate, I'm going to go 20 seconds. I'm staying on low. Temperature is based on the foil, so we're going to stay on low. The timer is based on the size of the die. And I'm going to use my Nina paper here because I already have it all cut. And this just requires a top plate, and there's a little lip here. And you just line that right up to it and hit start. And in 20 seconds, when it beeps, we're going to unhook it and run it through the Junior. Thanks, Vivian. If one of my girls can do the links for the Amazon shop. All right, here we go. We're going to run it through. Ooh, I want Nutter Butter wafers. And all you do is just feed that through the front of the Gemini Junior and it comes out the back, and I plug it back in so it stays warm. Now, if you're using the higher heat setting, then I'm going to say don't plug it back in. If you're using the Spellbinders foil or the Couture Creations foil or Blue Bonnet foil, I totally forgot to mention Blue Bonnet foil. You want to be on a medium or a high setting, and I'm going to say between 20 and 30 seconds. But because I'm using Gemini, this transfers at a very low heat. We should have perfect foiling here. And whammy bammy, there it is. Oh my God, look at how gorgeous that is. Okay, so we have perfect foiling. I'm not going to demonstrate over foiling or under foiling. I demonstrated that on the last one. I think you guys understood that. But I am going to demonstrate foiling with the dies again. I'm going to use that same cover plate. Let me take this guy off. I will say these things are far superior to this thing. This thing only works on small dies. See, like that. And you push the button, it drops it. But it does not pick up those heavy plates. Where this guy's got a super magnet on there. You keep it closed. You pick them up. When you want them to drop, you let go. Got it? Okay. So this thing's okay. They started putting this in the new ones. But if you can get your hands on these old ones, much better. Much better. Okay. Quit playing with the tweezers, Nance. All right, what were we doing? Cover plate, right? Okay, so we're going to put the new cover plate in here. Now remember, with the cover plate, we're going to get a much smaller foiled design. Where's my sample? Oh, I lost it already, guys. So busy playing with dies. It's grown legs and gone away. We'll have to find it. All right, so we're going to put the cover plate in here. We're going to use the same low heat foil. I'm going to stay 20 seconds on the timer. I think I foiled the back side of it. I'll have to look. Yeah, the tweezers are better. And I keep using up this, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm not adding any extra shimmy shims because I generally don't have to with the foil press unless I'm going to do the solid waste foiling, which we're going to go back and do. Where did that go? It has removed itself from my sight. I don't know. Found it. It's over there. Okay, so here's the one we did with the glimmer. And again, you can use your dies, but you're going to have a much finer line. So let's see how this does in the foil press. So we're just going to remove it and run it through the Junior. And here we go. Now, because these are normally thinner, you may have to shim your machine. Again, every machine is different. But this foil transfers so easily at a low heat, I don't generally need to shim. I like my foil press for that reason because it's very easy for me to foil with this. There's really not a lot of thinking I have to do because the low heat of the foil transfers much easier. I very rarely get any under or over foiling. I don't have to add paper shims usually. And you can see I get nearly perfect foiling every single time. I mean, we've already done 2 pieces and they're perfect. It's just this machine, the foil press machine was made for the Gemini Junior machine. So it's just a match Made in heaven. Oh, good. Rhonda loves her Craft First machine. I love that. Okay. Now, I want to show you guys foiling the waist again. I showed you guys before how to foil the die. It works the same way. So, we did the cover plate. If you wanted to foil a word die, this is what happens for those of you guys just jumping in. You can foil the outline. Don't cut this, because if you try to cut this, you're just going to cut right on those foil lines and you're going to lose your foiling if you do that. If you want a foiled die cut, you're better off foiling the whole sheet and then die cutting it out, or running it through your scan and cut and trying to cut a shadow layer. So if you want to cut die cuts or foil die cuts, this is the best way to do it. Okay. I'm going to foil those 2 waist pages. I don't like when people do 3-4 hour lives, you guys, because I don't know many people that can do that in a sitting. I'm getting really thirsty and I've already gone through a whole drink, so I need to go to the kitchen and get another drink. But I just think it's redundant to be on that long, so I'm going to cut this short here quickly. So I'm going to put my solid plate back on. And just going to try to line it up straight. There's grid lines on here and little ruler marks and things like that. Okay, and because I'm going to be foiling this whole plate, my plate's got bumps on it, a bumpy plate. I'm going to leave my heat on low because I'm still using low foil, but I'm going to take my timer up to 30 seconds and I'm going to add a shim. So this was the cover plate we just did. Here's the die, and I want to foil the excess here. So I'm using the Pink Fresh Studio solid foil plate, which is in my Amazon shop for like 21 bucks, you guys. And Carly asked earlier, how do you line it up straight? Well, Carly, I really just kind of feel the edge of the die and try to line my paper up straight to this. You could try to get precise with tape and things like that. I'm honestly lazy. This is... You know what? I'm going to use the Nina. We're going to use the Nina. The Nina's a little thicker. I can feel the porous of the Nina. And I'm just going to line that up on there. And I am going to shim it because I'm trying to get a full solid foiling here. So I'm just going to do one shim. Just moved it. And I'm going to go 30 seconds on low. Again, the timer is based on the size of your die. The heat is based on your foil. So you don't have to put more heat to it. This foil transfers at a lower heat setting. We're going to do 30 seconds and hit go. I'm going to hold it down because it's trying to pop up on me. Bye, Melissa. Is Chow on here? Chow, can you put my scrapbook.com link and my Amazon link, please? I will link, if you guys are watching this on the replay, I will put all the links in the description for you too. I think my girls all went. They ran away. It's okay. Okay, so timer's up. Oh, she's on her phone. Okay, me too. Hold on, you guys. Let me get some links for you. Somebody's asking. All right, there are the two Amazon shops, and let me grab scrapbook.com for you guys. This is another reason I don't like to stay on too long, because I don't expect my girls to stay on here the whole time and just posting links. It's not fair to them. So that's another reason why I don't like to stay on too long. Thanks, Chow. All right, so let's see how solid we got our waste foil here with the diamond plate. And foil this one. And yes, then we're going to be done, and then we're going to give away those little mini inks. Okay, that is perfect. It is perfect. So here is the original foiled cover plate. This is not a hot foiling die. It's a Pinkfresh Studio cover plate. It is brand new, newly released. It is called, let me give you the right name if you're going to go shopping. It is called the Sparkling Diamonds cover plate. And what it's designed to do is cut this design into your paper, okay? But I foiled with it, and by foiling with it, I got this beautiful design. And if you wanted to foil your waste foil, you can use the Pinkfresh Studio solid plate and foil the waste foil. So out of one piece of foil, I got two designs using a die. This isn't even a hot foil plate, it's a die, okay? So now I'm gonna do the same thing with the Geo Blocks. The Geo Blocks Hot foil, we've already foiled that. So this is, again, the waste foil. And that was Nina paper, you guys. It was not Hammer Mill paper. It was Nina. So you don't need to buy specific papers. Use what you have. You just got to vary your result. You're going to get varying results. You just have to try it. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. 30 seconds. Start, and then we'll pick a winner. Yeah, I like the delicate design too. Hi, Kathy. It's a little long, so when you go back and watch the beginning, I'm just showing a whole bunch of birthday cards and haul stuff. You can fast forward by tapping the right side of the screen 2 times. It'll fast forward. If you miss something, you can tap the left side of the screen 2 times, and it'll rewind 10 seconds. So it'll rewind or fast forward. So if you didn't know that, when you're watching a replay, you can fast forward or rewind. So Carol asks a great question. I'm going to answer that. Okay, Carol says, have I found a difference using the Pinkfresh Studios plate or the plate that comes with the Gemini? So if you go back and follow my hot foil playlist, many moons ago when I first got this machine, which was in 2018, I think, you guys. I was one of the first to get a hot foiling machine, and Crafter's Companion did send it to me. They sent this metal shim. This shim is much thinner than the Pinkfresh Studios plate. So does this work? Absolutely, it does work with the Gemini Foil Press, but you have to use the magnetic shim. You have to shim other papers in order to get it to work. So this is easier to use, and right now the price is, whoa, Amber Alert, somebody's stealing kids. The price is lower now. It's like $21. So I hope no one I know is missing their kid. Okay, so I'm going to shut all this off. But I did do a video with this, and I've done other plates. When this first came out, it was like $30, you guys, and I just thought that was way too much money. Since the price has dropped down to 20 bucks, I think that's a good price. And I didn't buy it. Stacy and Tracy bought it for me for my birthday. Okay. They are on scrapbook.com. And I will link everything for you guys. Here's Spellbinders. I have scrapbook.com right here. So if you can't find it in my Amazon shop, because these are fairly, I mean, these were just released this week. Oh, thanks, T. Ta-da! no waste. No waste at all. So I hope I answered kind of, you know, a little more advanced questions for you guys on hot foiling. If you're brand new to hot foiling, go back 2 weeks. In my hot foiling playlist, I have a Gemini 101 video, a Gemini Foil Press 101 video with the basics of using this machine, and I have a Spellbinders Glimmer 101 video. They were not recorded live, so they're very short and informative. This video went very long because it's a live. I like to interact with you guys and answer your questions. I also did some unboxing haul videos showing birthday cards at the beginning of this. So this video is a lot longer than I would normally like to do. If you have specific questions, you're having specific issues, please join the Foiling Snobs Club on Facebook. We have a wonderful group of people. We have 3,600 supportive people that will help you and answer your questions. And you can actually do exactly what I'm doing and say, hey, here's my hot foiling. Here's the paper I'm using. Here's the foil that I'm using. And you post a picture and you go, why did this happen? Okay. Or why did this happen? And it doesn't have to be foiling related, any kind of craft related. Or you can say, hey, you guys, I got it to work and look what I made. So we want to help you guys be better at your foiling. Even though we say foiling snobs, we say that in jest. Tracy and I started this group to help our viewers with our channels understand, because we started this on our own. We're not sponsored by any companies. We are consumers just like you guys. We want our money to be used in a value economical way. We don't want our money to be wasted. And so we want to show you guys, if you've purchased all of these products, how do you use them to the best of your ability without having to go out and spend more money on something else. So foiling is obviously very hot right now. There's a lot of companies coming out with hot foiling plates. I've been doing hot foiling for the last 4 or 5 years, you guys. So I know a lot about hot foiling. I know a lot about toner foiling, and I want to help you learn. So that's what my channel is dedicated to, is just educating you guys and helping you out. I like to try new products. You don't have to always buy new products, and that's what I was trying to explain today, is you might already have some dyes in your stash that you can use. You might have different types of paper that you can use. You might have different types of foil that you can use. And I just wanted to give you guys some education and getting the best results out of using different machines with different foils and different things that can happen. And usually overfoiling, underfoiling are the two things that people have issues with, and it's usually heat related or pressure related. So it's heat or pressure. But certainly join our group, Foiling Snobs Club, on Facebook. If you have any questions, you can always email us at foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com. But I had a lot of fun demonstrating all of these things for you guys. Foiling with dyes, foiling with waste foil, foiling cover plates, using the different machines, using different heat settings, and it's just trial and error, and you just keep practicing. And like I said, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice gives you experience, and that experience is going to give you better results the more that you do it. All right. Stay safe, everybody. Let's pick a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. All right. So I want to know. Oh, what are you guys winning? That's what you want to know. I hope you don't mind that I opened the inks. Where'd I put them? Here they are. Someone's gonna win this brand new pack. I did open one of them at the beginning of the video. I hope you don't mind. Of mini inks for those of you that said, I love the colors you used. If you don't win, you can use my Catherine Pooler link to order your own set of minis. She doesn't just have these. She has almost all of her inks and minis. And these are the new refreshed colors called Minted, 16 candles, and oh boy. So this is her full size. This is her mini size. She just refreshed these colors. You might already have these in your stash, the old ones, which were meant to be It's a Boy and Sweet 16. So these are replacing those colors. And so I bought these to show the difference between the minis and the large. And I did open minted. These are pretty tight. So I just put a little fingernail under there. Pop that open. Hey, I need you to pick a winner.
I got an Amber Alert.
I did too. Come over here. I'm glad you're not missing. Scroll. If you want to win the mini inks and you're still here hanging out, first of all, I have to say you must be over 18 and please in the U.S. I know everybody gets mad at me because I always say in the U.S., but shipping is a pain right now. It's expensive, and the U.S. Postal Service just sucks, okay? That's what it comes down to. So I don't want to pay $30 to ship these inks to somewhere else. But I still appreciate and love all of you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so who wants to win these mini inks? So start commenting. And my beautiful assistant standing next to me. Why does this keep blanking out? Oh, that's why.
Because you paused it.
Well, I was having a problem. My other machine died on me. Okay. So everybody, will give you guys a minute to put your names in. Who wants to win the mini inks? And then Miss Leah will generously pick a winner while I label my other 2 inks. Let's give them a minute. There's still names coming in. Are you singing? If I was you, I wanna be me too. I wanna be me too. I should show them the video that I recorded of you today.
No.
I should put it up on Instagram. No. Maybe they already saw it. If you, I wanna be me too. I wanna be me too. Nope, they're still commenting. Oh yeah, she just started to learn crocheting. Well, she's trying, I should say. They said she did a video. They love your videos. See, now my inks are all labeled, so even when they're stacked, I can see the hint of color. So I keep mine on a drawer on my desk, but I know a lot of you have the Organize More and the scrapbook. I forget the name of the ink things where inks can be stored in there. T made her own ink storage thing, so you can put the labels on the side too. And these do fit on the minis. If you want to put these on the minis, they do fit on the minis too. I hope I answered your questions. If you have any other questions and you missed the live, comment down below what else you'd like to know about hot foiling, and I will continue to do videos to help you guys out. All right, are you ready? Go ahead, start scrolling and pick somebody. One person. One winner, chicken dinner. Okay, show me. Sandy Visker. In case you guys didn't know, for future reference, Leah likes emojis, so she picks winners by emojis. So Sandy Visker said, I would love to get the new colors. Sandy, Leah picked your emojis. If you want to email me at foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com, Sandy, you won the new mini inks. I will send these out to you. For everybody else, if you didn't get a chance to win and you want to go shopping, please use my Catherine Puller link to go shopping. I'll link all the links here in the next few minutes down below in the description for you guys, so you can do shopping if you are catching this on the replay. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Please don't forget the thumbs up on your way out. Love you all. Stay safe. For those of you dealing with this crappy snow that we have, please stay safe as well. And talk to you guys later. Bye.